Hi everybody, today's video is a solo chicken dinner on Erangel using the PCTI method, play the center then improvise. What's a little bit different about this chicken dinner is it also involves a hard shift. So as you can see, the flight path is pretty much over the center of the map, and with the PCTI tactic, I always drop at the same houses on Erangel. They're kind of between Pachinki and School. They're not great for loot, excuse me, but often you can get just the basics. Then depending where the circle goes next, you can then choose to either move east, move west, and you can normally pick up some good stuff as well. And despite the fact that it is between Pachinki and School, two of the hottest places on Erangel, generally you don't find many people drop here. So anyway, so I kind of get looted up, I get the basics, and then I'm very aware that I'm on the edge of the circle and people from Pachinki could be pushing towards me. So I push east to the houses that are a little bit closer to School, just to see what else I can pick up. And then while I'm here, I run into this fellow who kind of we play a little bit of hide and seek, and he runs off into the distance. And then I think, right, I'll go round and flank him. But as tends to happen when you play the centre, there's a lot more things going on than on the edge. So I think, right, if I go round this little wall on the outside, really go wide, I'll be safe. But lo and behold, a buggy comes up behind. The guy tries to run me over, the dastardly fellow. And then this guy pops out behind me. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with my aim there. I'm kind of spraying all over the place, but anyway, I get the kill, and the circle's moved right up to the northeast part of the island. So I really want to do a hard shift. So a hard shift is where I reset my position. I jump in a vehicle and basically you head to the sea, head to the coast, because then that as long as nobody's in the buildings where you go to, you've got a clear run into the rest of the circle. You're not going to have people behind me. If you can imagine, if I go from where I am now, sort of between School and Pachinki, into the circle, everybody else is going to be going in the same direction, and I'm going to get pinched from the left, from the right, from behind me, from people who have already got into the circle. So I head all the way over here, park the bike nicely there, and that compound's empty. And now we're in to the last 10 minutes of the game. The circle is kind of, it's unusual actually. It's sort of southeast of Stalber, and I'm kind of on the very quiet side. I've just put myself right on the edge, and I'm kind of just looking around. I'm running a barrel and a Mini 14. I've got an 8 times on the Mini 14, which is quite nice. I'm quite low on 7.6. I think I've got 150 rounds, and then when I go in here, lo and behold, what's on the table? Oh, it's only a Kar 98, isn't it? So now I'm thinking, oh, what do you do? What do you do? You're going to be sighing on the video. What do you do? Do you go with the bolt action Kar 98? Now the beauty with the bolt action Kar 98 is it is a one-shot kill to the head, as long as the enemy isn't wearing a level 3 helmet and has full health. So, it's an instant kill. The big disadvantage is the rate of fire is very, very slow. And the time it takes to fire one bullet out of a Kar 98 versus the amount of bullets you get out of a Mini 14 is the Mini 14 could have put out 3 or 4 bullets. So you could have killed the person. So if that first bullet from the Kar 98 doesn't kill them with a headshot, because you hit them in the body or you missed them, the Mini 14 would have finished the job a lot quicker and a lot safer because people are putting their head down. But I go with a Kar 98 because they're very satisfying to use, the bolt action rifles. And I would always say, maybe don't pick one up every single time you see one, but pick one up on the test range, in the test server. Have a go at firing them, and just remember with the Kar 98, the M24, the AWM, it's all about hitting that headshot. And if the person is wearing a level 2 or a level 1 helmet, if you hit them in the head, they should die straight away. Now, what you will see in a minute when I do come across somebody is that doesn't quite happen, and I'm not quite sure why. But I'm very persistent. So anyway, the circle's coming again. I'm pretty lucky with it. Again, I'm on the quiet side, but I've heard some vehicles moving around. I've heard some gunfire. There's still 16 people left at this point, so I'm just edging along. Now remember, even though I'm prone, this grass I'm in front of or behind, if somebody is 100 meters away, they won't see that grass. They will only see the rock underneath. So be very wary of that. Going prone at this point in the game is very dangerous, but I haven't got any other cover, and I've got the height advantage, so I'm kind of looking down. What I'm thinking now is I'm thinking all the gunfire I can hear is to my sort of southwest, and I really want to get the height advantage and get up onto this ridge and kind of get onto the almost the most northerly part of the circle, because I can't hear any gunfire from there. The people who looted at Stalba will be long gone by now, and there's a good chance again I'll have a quiet run in to the circle. So we've had a few deaths, we're down to 11, we're almost into the top 10. And I always say in solos, your main mission in solos is to get yourself into the top 10. If you can get yourself into the top 10, then all bets are off. You've got a good chance of winning. You've just got to see where the circle goes, where the cover goes, what your enemies do, and play it from there. It's like the game starts again. So again, I'm looking around thinking, there isn't really any cover at all. I'm very exposed to my left, to my front, if anybody was looking my way. The only good thing going for this is that I'm outside of the circle, and so hopefully people are looking towards the gunfire that's coming from the other direction. But I'm looking out, trying to run slowly. I'm going to try and use this tree as cover as best as I can, and hoping to bring the Kar 98 into play. Now, I do see somebody in a second, I think. Yeah, no, sorry, that's it. Right, I've seen the car. So I'm thinking, right, where's the person that was in the car? Where are they? They've got to be around here somewhere. And then I see that person by that tree over there. Now, remember, I'm outside of the circle at this point, but I've seen that person over there, so I'm thinking, aha, let's get them with a headshot. Now, you tell me whether this shot in a minute is a headshot or not. Now, they're wearing a level 2 helmet, so they should die straight away if I hit them in the head. So I line them up. That looked like a headshot to me. That was definitely some sort of shot. They're still not dead. They're still not dead. So I was thinking, what have we got to do to kill this person? I don't know what they're doing though. They're just kind of... And that was definitely a headshot. So anyway, they're down. I didn't take too much damage from the blue, but the Kar 98 is one of the noisiest weapons in the game. People will know I'm over here, and they will have seen the kill feed of the Kar 98. So we've got a minute to go till the blue moves, so we've got plenty of time. The blue moves faster than the likes of Vikendi, so you have to respect the blue on Erangel and Sanhok and Miramar. So it's just time to kind of get boosted, reload the weapons, take stock of the situation, and really listen. I'm on the biggest side of the circle, but there's not very far to go. So it's going right. I can hear all that gunfire. Right, we're down to 5, so it's 4 people left of me. I've heard a vehicle moving off to my far left as well, so I'm wary that I don't want to get run over. It's really bad to be roadkill at this point. Somebody's throwing a grenade, more gunfire to my south. So just having a good look round, wary of people who might be rotating into this side of the circle. 4 people left, 3 people and me. So I want to go and have a look. There's with 3 people left and me. I want to peek. I want to see if there's anybody I can see who I can take out with the Kar 98. Where are they now? I can hear that vehicle moving to my left again. I'm very nervous about that vehicle. Somebody hammering in quick and running me over. More gunfire in front, so I know there's got to be 2 people in front of me because they're shooting at each other, and somebody in a vehicle to my left. So I'm fairly sure there's not going to be any bright. I see the vehicle over there. He's rolling in, so I just want to get safe. There's no cover here though, so I'm like, gosh, what am I going to do? And then I see somebody down below me in a second, running in. So the only thing I really can do is just go prone, and then I see that guy to my right, so I get the Kar 98 out. So that car has stopped over to my left, but I know there's someone down there, and he's being fired at, which is good. He then decides to hide behind a tree. Good move. Unfortunately not when somebody's got a Kar 98 behind you. Headshot. Dead. So me and 2 people. I know there's someone on the far side of the circle because they were firing at him and they stopped when he went behind the tree. I know there's someone to my left because that's where the car was. So I figure if I move myself to an angle where the tree is, I might, I'll be able to move in fairly safely into the safe zone. We've still got 40 seconds. Again, listening out, very wary of someone to my left because I won't be able to see them if he decides to rotate that round. Now he starts firing on my left now, and I know he's not firing at me, so he's firing at the other guy. So this is very good. He's given away his positions, and then I can see the other guy down on the rock, so I know where the last two guys are. So there's someone up to my left, and there's someone on that rock. He's taking a lot of fire. At this point, I'm thinking, right, if I can black that guy with my Kar 98, I can take him out of the picture as well. But he's on the far side of the rock. They're changing shots. You know, I can't see him. So let's use this as an advantage to get healed up. I'm right on the edge of the circle. I am safe. Just take a few more boosts and a bit more 7.6 off this guy. And again, I'm wary. I don't want the guy to come round and rotate towards me from my left. But I'm ready to black that guy. So grenades going in against each other. Again, let them use their grenades. Grenade goes over the top. Just looking, listening. They're firing at each other again. I can't see them though. Right, so he's just killed him. So one person left behind the rock. So now, right, let's look at the circle, see where it goes next. Right, I see where it goes. Let's put a marker in the centre of the circle, so I know where I've got to go. And I think, right, okay, let's move early. Let's move early. Let's sweep round because I know where he is. He doesn't know where I am at this point. And I can get right in safe. And then he runs out. My aim was very bad then. So now we're into a peak situation. So it's time to get some grenades out. I probably overthrow both of these grenades. They might do him some damage, I guess. It doesn't blow him out from behind the tree. This is probably where a Molotov might have been better. Now he runs hard left now, and then runs back again, so that could have done. So now what he makes the mistake of doing here is he hard peeks. Look, he's just peeking hard. So I know all I have to do is walk back a little bit with my barrel, pre-aim, and then just peek out and headshot him, and he's dead. So there we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you've got some hints and tips. If you've got any questions, put them down below. Hit like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more of the same. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.